Hello, how you doing? Um, I'm gonna recap episode 12, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 12. And I don't remember. I'm gonna check after recording this. Of Tale of the Food Group. So, yeah. It was really fun. Everyone quite enjoyed it, and lots of stuff happened, and I'm excited to recap. First, I'm gonna remind you guys of our cast, I guess, a cast of characters. Hagnar, the Kobold Rogue, played by me. He kind of sucks, and he's kind of meant to suck, sort of. Yeah. There is Rathma, the Black Dragonborn sorcerer, a wild magic sorcerer, warlock of the Great Old One, Pact of the... What was it? Pact of the Blade, right. Dilborth, the, sorry. Dilborth, the, dwarf cleric of the grave who just multiclassed into a druid circle of spores. Raven, the sea elf sorcerer who just multiclassed into storm sorcerer, by the way, who just multiclassed into a cleric of the Tempest. Right? Yeah. And then there is Faku, the griffin druid of the druid who's the Circle of the Moon, I'm pretty sure, and he's a sorcerer. I don't remember what kind of sorcerer he was. I think it was Draconic Bloodline. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna need to ask him, my brother, because he plays him. Anyway, and they're all male, because we don't have any women in our party yet. Not yet, at least. I guess there's Bodhi, my dog, but she doesn't really play. She just hangs out there and doesn't do anything. Anyway. So it starts out with me appearing, giving them all a ring of legendary resistance. And I said that after each session, I would reward whoever I want with one charge for the ring. And the charges do stack, so you could stack up on them for like tons and tons of sessions and then become really, really powerful for one session or two. Who knows how many charges the ring has at that time. And who knows what rolls you get, you know? So yeah, a legendary resistance is so you can expend a charge from the ring of legendary resistance to succeed a saving throw that you just failed. Nothing more, nothing less. And the charges do stack. You can hold an endless amount of charges. And yeah. And then I'm also not going to recap last session, because I sort of did that last video. That's literally the point of the last video. So go watch that if you haven't watched this one. Then then that one lizard folk who they fought on the way to I just noticed that Gollum is in the frame. Just a minute, let me move. That lizard folk from a few sessions ago that tried to fight them, and they sort of banished, I guess. So last session at the end he appeared and said that he'd take them to meet his boss. So he opened a portal for them, and they went there. They appeared in a city of Sahuagin. Raven asked about if they like his fish, who's a god, and like Raven's fish is literally their worst enemy. which is. And then this lizard folk guy he introduced himself as the Deep One. So Raven two sessions ago, he was cursed, and now anything he touches any living thing that he touches takes 1d10 necrotic damage. And yeah, because he's cursed, because he owns the fish of their because his fish is their worst enemy, so he's cursed. Also, I forgot to mention, Raven's player, I said that I would upgrade his wisdom score by 2, I think it was, if he mewed for the entire session, so he was doing that as well. Well, he didn't mew for the entire session, because I told him to stop. But, yeah. And then what? Then at one point, the Deep One, you know, that lizard folk guy thing, he took them to an arena to for them to show off their strength. Just a minute, let me adjust the camera a bit. How's that? Stop moving. Camera, stay. Much better. So then they were taken to the arena, which they then fought two Chewel. I'm gonna show a picture real quick. Just a minute. Give me a minute to find it. Chewel, right here. That's a Chewel. I'm pretty sure that's pronounced. It might be Chol. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Ed Greenwood. Yeah. So they fought the Chewel and won. They didn't take too much damage. It was a good challenge though. And then the Deep One brought them to sort of a hotel room. And then I think it was Rathma reminded him that they were going that the Deep One said that they were going to meet his boss. So he took them to like a temple, and they saw this abomination of a creature who introduced himself as Skibelith. I don't have the painted miniature up here right now, and I'm not going to grab that. So, he's sort of like a big octopus kraken thingy, but he's like a god. Sort of similar to an eldritch god, I guess, at the moment. He was greatly worshipped by sea elves until Raven's fish took over. So then Skibelith then got angry and did bad things, and the gods locked him away in that temple, guarded by a giant Aki monitor that breathes lava named Camerandus. And hopefully you guys don't see the theme that about these names, you know. Anyway, so then they went to sleep and went back to the mountain, because, you know, last session they were sent to a mountain to get the Arkenstone and fought a lich. So they went back to that mountain. The Deep One made a portal back to that mountain. I should stop saying mountain. And then then they went back to Nervira. And then they handed in the they gave the king Rathmar, who I did a video on, and that was actually that video did quite good. I suggest you go watch it if you haven't already, and comment as well. Please comment on stuff. What? So then Rathmar, the king, remember he's a half black dragon, half dwarf, who's like 8 feet tall. I know I just said he's half dwarf. Watch that video that I just recommended, and it'll make sense, kind of. Kind of. I don't fully explain it. Do I? I don't remember. It was a while ago that I made that. It's in our Dungeons and Dragons playlist if you don't want to, if you don't want to scroll through just our videos. Yeah. So then he gave them a house. It was a pretty big house. It had pretty sure it had a pool. And it was like 3 floors. They slept there. I remember, Rathma, the the black dragonborn sorcerer warlock. He slept under the stairs, similar to Harry Potter, I guess, but he slept under the stairs because there was room down there. And then I don't remember where anyone else slept. I remember everyone put their snakes. Well, Raven and Dilborf let their snakes go free in their backyard because it was a pretty nice backyard, pretty big backyard, and the snakes would stay there. Remember, Raven had a gopher snake, and Dilborf was breeding garter snakes. I don't think they let them go there for the night. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Dilborf. He, for good behavior on the last episode, last session, Mountain Quest, he can summon a cow. He can summon this thing. It's a cow. It's 5 health. And it has like the battle axe and javelin throw of an orc. And you can summon it on command, but if it rolls a 1 on anything, it instantly dies. So that guy's really funny. Yeah. So then in the morning, a guy knocked on their door and talked to Rathma and said that Rathma had sort of somewhat annoyed Tyr, the god of justice, in actual Dungeons and Dragons lore. I haven't done much research on him, but he's mentioned in Baldur's Gate 3, kind of, a bit, so yeah. Anyway. So that guy, talked to Rathma. I'm not gonna explain what he was, and then he left, and then they went back to the king for a quest. So he sent them on a quest to the Frog Forest. Unfortunately, I do not have my map at the moment. Otherwise, I'd show you where that is on the map. It's a big mangrove swamp. It's really cool. The reason was because in Halberton, which is the place where the whole campaign started, there's a lake. And there's a sea monster in that lake. And the sea monster is eating the flies. So then, nothing's gonna eat the trash, and it's there's very few flies. So that means that things that eat flies are also in low population. It's things that eat flies like frogs are resulting in cannibalism, and I don't know, eating other stuff maybe. What else would they eat? Crayfish? Dragonflies? I don't know. So, yeah, and then, so they were sent to get bullywugs, frog people, to eat the sea monster that's eating the flies. See where I'm going? The bullywugs are going to eat the sea monster that's eating the flies. You know why? Well, actually, the real question is, why not? I know it's a weird, it's a really weird solution to a sea monster problem, but yeah, I guess I could have just sent the party to go find out the sea monster themselves, but I really think the idea of going to find bullywugs to eat the sea monster that's eating the flies is funny, and I like it. And it would also like remove the next 2 or 3 sessions, just straight up remove them. And I'm really looking forward to the next 2 or 3 sessions. Anyway, on with the story, the recap, the story, the campaign, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Yeah. So it's getting dark. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, keep in mind it's Tuesday in the campaign. It's Tuesday. So they went into the forest to the frog, on the way to the frog forest. So it's like a dark forest. It's like, so there's getting dark. I mean, everyone roll a perception check. I'm pretty sure everyone succeeded. I think so. I'm pretty sure everyone succeeded. So it was dark. All their phones were dead, and there was no one around. Out of the corner of their eye, they spotted him. He was following them about 30 feet back. Then he dropped down on all fours and went into a sprint. He was gaining on them. And as he got closer, they noticed there was blood on his face. My God, there was blood everywhere. Then they ran and found like a cabin with a light on. Hope, you know, it's possible. They said help. It could be help, you know. So then Rathma got closer, but his leg was caught in a bear trap. So he so with Pact of the Blade, because, you know, he's a warlock with Pact of the Blade, he summoned a dagger and cut his leg off. So, yeah. And then they entered and noticed that the guy from earlier who was following them, you know, he was sitting on a chair sharpening his axe. So then Rathma went in, snuck behind him, and started strangling him. Then they fought him for a bit, and it ended up with Rathma stabbing the guy in the kidney. And then they fled. And then the guy came and put a gun to Raven. Was it Raven? Yeah, to Raven's head. Then they fought him again, and it ended up with him getting decapitated. And it ended up with the guy getting decapitated. By Rathma. And I did actually talk to Rathma's player, who was Avery. Remember from other videos, he plays Rathma. That's his character. I did talk to him before session. So yeah. And then yeah, Rathma decapitated the guy. And this was the last line in the session. Wait, what was it? Sorry, I need a... His head falls to the ground, expressionless. You fall down on your knees and catch your breath. You are finally safe from Shia LaBeouf. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go watch the other videos if you haven't already. Bye, I guess. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.